brought to the table that you were like, well, I didn't expect this UFC guy to come in, kind of have this skill or this talent?
I expected an awkward guy, and I got an awkward guy. I don't expect a guy who just started boxing to have all the proper fundamentals, but he knows what he wants to do and how he wants to do it, and that's kind of how I gotta put it. Until after training camp's over, we can't really break down too much tactics.
Paulie, how much would be with Conor and Camp help you to broadcast the feedback? Does he give you more insight? Does he give you now you understand?
I think on FightHype, because by that point they're already in their respective locker rooms. It'll be more fun to talk more about it, because at that point I'll be more open to talk about his tactics and a little bit of what to expect and whatnot. But until then, I just don't think it's the right ethics to discuss tactics and discuss things he's doing in camp. Because he's trying to be successful at what he's doing.
Now that said, I've been talking to a lot of people in boxing. Everybody respects you. Everybody likes you. They have good things, but they say if we were sparring McGregor, we would say nothing but good things.
Well, I don't think I'm saying anything good or bad. I'm trying to call it down the middle. I don't want anybody to think that I got all praises for him, but at the same time, I don't want anybody to think that I have all criticism for him either. I'm trying to basically break it down to you as best I can, but I'm not really. If you look at my entire career, I was a professional boxer for almost 16 years. Have I ever spoken about boxing, sparring in the gym in any of my interviews? I mean, you can Google my name and sparring. I don't think I've ever discussed sparring, ever. And I've sparred with some of the best fighters in the world, So I don't think I've ever discussed sparring at all in my life, in my career. So it's not like I got here and all of a sudden people are going to expect something I've done before. This is what I've always done. I've always kept sparring in the gym. So it's just my style. It's just what I prefer to do, and obviously for an even bigger event, I think is all the more important too, and to be ethical and do the correct thing, and then keep it in the gym.
Now you can't talk about the sparring itself. What about that pay, Paulie? What's that pay look like?
That's fine. We negotiated something. It's good.
Paulie, tell me about Saddam Ali's upcoming fight tomorrow night. What would it take for him to be a top welterweight contender?
I think Saddam has a pretty tough fight. Johan Perez is not a cakewalk kind of guy, but I think Saddam at his best has enough to even shut him out, maybe stop him late. But Johan's a tough guy. I think Saddam has the skills to really dazzle Johan, and Saddam has a lot of skills. He just doesn't get a lot of credit for it. He's been kind of under the radar. But I think Saddam, if he's at his best, I can see it being like a 99-91, 100-90 type of fight, and Johan's not a bad fighter, but I just think Saddam has more speed, more power, and just a better overall power style than Johan.
Who's a better trash talker, Conor McGregor or Adrian Broner?
It's close.
Close?
It's close, man. Good, Jim? What's going on, man? You good? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. I don't know, it's close. It's close, man. Yeah. They're both really good trash talkers. It will be an entertaining trash talking festival between those two.
What about Mayweather and AB? Who wins that one?
I think right now AB wins it.
AB?
Floyd is good.
Yeah.
Floyd's a little older, he's more chill. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, Floyd gave as good as he got in the press conference, I thought, But also, though, Floyd had the advantage going second every time, But those press conferences were really entertaining for me. People are going to have mixed emotions about them, but for me, they sold the hell out of that fight. It was fun being on that press tour, man.
What was your favorite moment from the press tour?
I'm in Toronto. It's the greatest press conference I've ever been to in my life, It was so loud you couldn't hear yourself think. I mean, I've been to fights that wasn't that loud, and they were really going back and forth at each other, jawing at each other with some good stuff. I think they both got really creative. I think Toronto was like the pinnacle. Then after Toronto, it kind of started sinking down and ran out of ideas, and they had to come up with new ideas,
Paulie, the first time you met McGregor, given the history that he talked smack, you talk smack, was it awkward or was it like, hey, we're professionals, we're cool?
I mean, it was just normal, I walked in the gym, he said, what's up? When we got in there, we sparred. A lot of trash talking, a lot of stuff. And then he was pretty cool after, But we just sparred the one day, so far we've just done the one day, so we'll see how the rest of the camp goes. I'm supposed to go back one day and we'll see.
You've been in boxing gym your whole life. What's it to be around MMA, UFC? Is it different in the gym, like the vibe, the atmosphere? Is it more serious? Is it more loose? Is the music? Is it the same?
Yeah, I mean, it's a boxing training camp, so he's doing his thing. I'm only seeing him on sparring days, really. Like I'm only seeing him I've only sparred the one day. So, I mean, for me, it's a training camp without making weight. For me, it's a training camp without the pressure. You know, for me, it's a training camp without having to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's every single day, trying to get as sharp as I can by fight night. You know, so for me, it's a bit of a different feeling for a training camp that I've ever had before. But you know, Conor's working very hard and he's focused, and I see him.
Is he the same person off camera as he is on camera?
He's pretty chill, but you're always a person that has that edge about you when you're in this life, and you're in this life at that level. So I don't think the edge ever totally comes off, but he's definitely much more chill.
He's training at the UFC facility, right?
Yes.
What's that like there?
It's cool. A lot of yeah, nobody's getting in. I'll tell you that. They got a gated community. It's like a gated closed door, and you know, then inside the gym itself, he has a private section inside the gym, inside the UFC facility that, you know, he only allows people that he allows in there and not. So besides getting onto the property is hard, then getting inside the part of the gym that he's training is also hard. You know, so you know, it's Fort Knox.
Yeah. Put in a good word for FightHype.
Yeah.
49 have tried, 49 have failed.
Yeah.
Will number 50 try?
I mean, number 50 is going to try. We'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, listen, I think you'd be stupid not to favor Floyd Mayweather in the fight, and then the fight has to play itself out. You know, I think even Conor McGregor knows. You know, he's up against it in the fight. But, you know, you're focusing on what you need to do in your game plan, and you're not focusing on how many people have tried and failed. If you're Conor McGregor, you're focusing on it. You're the guy that has to try to beat him right now. You know, it's not about anything in the past. It's not about any of the past results. The other results cannot get in the ring for you and fight. You know, none of that matters. What matters is 36 minutes of action on August 26th. And if I'm Conor McGregor, that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm sure that's how Conor's thinking about it.